I did not have a blueprint or an example of what a successful person like me looked like in this space. And I realized that I cannot be somebody else. And trying to be that would not make me successful. My name is Dr. Christine Izuakor, and I am a cybersecurity professional. My family came to the United States, my mom and dad, from Nigeria in the 80s to pursue higher education. In the neighborhood that I grew up in, there wasn't a lot of focus on education. My ticket to success was academics and grades and school, and their ticket, for the most part, generally was, sports or being a rapper. There was a lot of violence. I remember one day I was walking down the hallway and I got hit in the face with a brick. I really appreciate those struggles because I feel like if I didn't know what that struggle was like, I wouldn't fight as hard. Like, a lot of my motivation comes from pain and from not wanting to struggle like I struggled in the past. I was watching TV one day and I saw this commercial. This woman, and she's, walking through this office and she's strutting. She looks so powerful and her hair is, like bouncing and flowing in the wind. She just looked inspiring, like somebody that I wanted to be like. Like, I wanted to be a businesswoman, or I wanted to be able to walk around at least with that kind of, confidence. And so I ended up going on this field trip one day, and they gave us these little kits. And in there was this Pantene Pro V sample. And so I took the shampoo and went home. I washed my hair with it, and my hair was still just as kinky and not at all like the woman in the commercial. I was devastated. I get choked up even talking about it. In that moment, I felt like I couldn't be what I wanted to be. I felt like that dream was so far-fetched. Like I wasn't good enough to be a businesswoman.
Representation matters because I think at some point in our lives, we all feel like other. We don't feel like a part of the in-group, or like we're connected or belonging to what matters or where power is. To see someone like yourself on a screen can have an emotional response that we might not even be aware that we're having. Like, I can do that. I can be that because I can see someone who looks like me doing that.
That was a huge challenge for me. Without very clear role models who look like me in the space, or examples of what success looks like, how can I still get creative in kind of building my own path? So I think for me, it was just drawing from as many different people as I can who I think in some fashion or form have done things that have inspired me, and pull all of that into one person that is who I aspire to be. My first year in college, I took this cybersecurity class, and I'll never forget the assignment that I had. It was this assignment about cryptography, and you had to basically decrypt this code. And the spark that I felt when I finally did crack it, at 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever time it was, it lit this spark in me. Like, I was really excited about it. I felt accomplished. It didn't feel like work. It felt like some kind of game or some kind of puzzle that I was playing. And I ended up the next day doing a ton of research to figure out, what does a career look like in this space? What kind of salaries do these people make? And the more that I learned about the opportunity and the potential for growth in the industry, the more excited I got.
She has a real curiosity about how to fix problems in this space and innovate and find new ways to protect United Airlines or whatever entity that she may be working on behalf of. So I think that kind of curiosity and drive that she's put into kind of doing her homework in this space makes her an expert.
So my role as a cybersecurity professional focuses, generally speaking, on protecting people from becoming victims of cyber attacks. I like to look at it as almost being like a police officer for the internet or a police officer for computers. And so I use math, science, and technology a lot in my everyday role. So Excel is something that I use quite a bit in the work that I do. And there's a lot of creating averages or multiplying or subtracting. And when you're dealing with these really big numbers, you use the tools to do that. But you also have to understand, how it works so that you know which formula to use or, which one to select that will multiply it in the right way or subtract it in the right way so that you get the outcome that you need.
Anytime I hear on the morning news or reading about just cyber security threats from around the world, I think we need really smart, diligent people protecting us individually and protecting us as a nation. And our future is in safe hands when it comes to cybersecurity and Christine.